Hi, good morning, everyone. Hope you've had a good night's sleep and that you're ready for a new day. Today is Tuesday and it's gonna be a great day. To be honest, I didn't sleep very well last night. You know how sometimes you're sleeping and you're in the bed, but you don't really feel like you slept? Well, that's how I feel kind of last night. I kept tossing and turning and I kept thinking, am I sleeping or am I not sleeping? And I just wanted to read a psalm to you today about that. So let's read Psalm chapter 4. Answer me when I call to you, O my righteous God. Give me relief from my distress. Be merciful to me and hear my prayer. How long, O men, will you turn my glory into shame? How long will you love delusions and seek false gods? Know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord will hear when I call to him. In your anger, do not sin. When you are on your beds, search your hearts and be silent. Offer right sacrifices and trust in the Lord. Many are asking, who can show us any good? Let the light of your face shine upon us, O Lord. You have filled my heart with greater joy than when their grain and new wine abound. I will lie down and sleep in peace, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. That last line again. I will lie down and sleep in peace, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. When our kids were young, our daughter Rachel used to have trouble sleeping, and that was the Bible verse we used to always give her and tell her to say that over and over again, that God will help you to lie down and sleep in peace. But peace is something that we all want, and we always say that only God can give us peace. It's the opposite of anxiety, it's the opposite of worry, it's the opposite of fear. And I know those are the feelings that we might have right now, and peace is probably not one of them. But I want us to challenge you again today to really find God's peace in the midst of chaos, in the midst of worry, and try to really grasp that emotion and that sense, that, if you want to call it, energy of peace around you. There's a very famous story about a man named Horatio Spafford, who was a very rich businessman. He had lots of money and lots of land. And then during the Great Chicago Fire, he not only lost a lot of property, but he was a lawyer, and he lost everything he had. And then he tried to rebuild, but then there was another financial breakdown, and so he lost everything. And he said, I've had it. And he sent his wife and he wanted to go back to Europe with his wife and his 4 children. And at the last minute, he had to finish some work, so he sent his wife and his 4 children ahead of him. And I don't know if you know the story, but then there was a collision on the vessel, and all of his 4 children died. And his wife sent him a note and said, "Saved alone." And you can just imagine the sorrow, the sadness in his heart. The unimaginable thing had happened. He lost everything. He lost money, his career, he lost everything he had, and now he lost his own children. And then he finally took a boat back to Europe to meet his wife, and on the way, as he's taking this boat, he wrote a beautiful hymn called "It Is Well." One of my favorite versions is by Jeremy Riddle, but the lyrics go, "When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to know, it is well with my soul." It is well. He keeps saying, and the chorus is, "It is well with my soul," meaning he knows that God is in control, and that whatever happens, that I know that my soul is okay with you, God. Though Satan should buffet, though trials should come, let this blessed assurance control that Christ has regarded my helpless estate and hath shed his own blood for my soul. We call Jesus the Prince of Peace. We call the gospel of peace. because the gospel is good news that brings us peace in our heart. When you feel that anxiety and that fear coming at you, just know that Jesus, who is the King of my heart, is also the Prince of Peace, and he wants to give us peace. Just ask him. Just say, Lord, I need your peace right now. When I used to get anxious or worried, my daughter would signal over to me, and she'd say, Mommy. And then I would know, oh yeah, that's right, peace in my heart. So that was our little symbol to each other to say, if I get nervous or whatever, we used to just go like this, like, okay, I got peace in my heart. That's what I'm giving you today. If you're worried, anxiety coming at you, peace in your heart. Love you. Have a great and peaceful day.